Hi there, everybody. I'm sorry that I couldn't be there tonight to help celebrate this team, our season, and in particular our seniors. If there's one takeaway from this moment that I hope you all appreciate now or later on in your life, is that priorities are important. You need to be able to find balance. Thank you to all of you for understanding that while I am committed to this team and our endeavors, my family comes first. Mia, James, my wife Marion, and I have learned a lot about love, faith, tenacity, toughness, vulnerability, and hope this past year. To each of you who have supported us, thank you will never be enough. Know this, I love you all and will always be here for you. I want to leave you all with some closing thoughts for our season, and for you seniors, closing thoughts for your high school cross-country careers. Let me start by saying this about running. As a runner, I have learned that running is a metaphor to living. Above all else, it demands our respect. It takes work, commitment, passion, motivation. It has highs and lows. There are times when things will seem easy and other times when it will seem like nothing can go right. We do not claim to have all the answers to the mysteries of running and the mysteries of life, but know this, in running and in life, momentum is your friend. Keep moving forward, one foot in front of the other. Okay, so in the words of Buzz McAllister from Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, enough of this gooey show of emotion. Let's dig in. This year, at the end of the season, we paired up each senior and had them do a senior write-up about their teammate. We also encouraged underclassmen to participate and share their memories. When I mention each pair, I'd like you both to come up here and stand next to the screen, either here, really wherever you fit. You can sit once we give each of you the applause you deserve. I'll coordinate this as best I can in a previously recorded kind of way. Quick note here, Mimi, E-Butt, wherever you're sitting. If anyone or both of the pairs are not in attendance, you can come up and be a stand-in for them. I trust you to capture their mannerisms and be moved by what their teammates and I have to say about them. So let's start by having Kelly Shovelin and Isabel Bertay come up. As they approach, I'll begin, because I don't know if they were standing right in front of the camera or not, so I'll just get going. A common thread between these two is their friendship. I was moved by what each girl had to say about the other. Kel says of his that she is grateful Isabel joined this team. She says, I don't know how I could have gotten through some of the races during this season without her motivation. I admire her strength and ability to push herself, even in the hardest workouts, and I am so glad I have her as my best friend and my running buddy. Isabel says that Kel has always been there for her and for her teammates. She is beyond sweet and very motivated and pushed her group to work their hardest while making runs fun. This team would not be complete without her smile on and off the race course. Both these girls are an important part of this cross-country team and will be remembered as they go on to bigger and better things. Good luck, ladies. Next up, we have Lydia and Aquila Chinapali. So come on up. There's no shortage of positivity between these two young ladies. In fact, I'd like you both to know that the light you bring to life is admirable. Be sure to surround yourself with people who share your passion for life. Lydia, Aquila wants you to know that despite the fact that your apologetic nature is funny, you are one of the sweetest people on this team, and probably one of the sweetest people any of us will ever meet. You're an incredible runner and always encourage others to push themselves. To you, Aquila, Lydia wants to first apologize if what she wrote about you isn't good enough, because you have been such a joy to run with. You're absolutely hilarious, have a way of making even the longest or hardest runs, like hill days, so much better. The moments we shared on our adventure run when we got lost were so memorable, and I'll always look back on them laughing. I wouldn't have wanted to run around as chips and guac with anyone else. Thank you, ladies. All right, let's get Val Mangrone and Emily Tenez up here. All right, so both these young ladies are pretty intimidating. Val, If you had a hood name, it would be The Street. So you could say witty things in an ominous voice like, look both ways before you cross the street. And E.T., your once annual blatant defiance of the school's dress code will continue to be a tradition on this team. We will leave unsuspecting assistant deans worried as to when the next E.T. day will be. Seriously though, Val, E.T. wants you to know that you are a straight-up Shelton thug. You are a great teammate and never give up. During meets and practice, you are driven and hardworking. She says, I've never seen your determination waver, especially during meets and acorn fights. Your personality is a balance between natural hilarity and unmatched intensity. You are an awesome teammate, thug, runner, and friend. E.T., Val wants you to know that you were one of the first people to encourage her on her first run, which happened to be 6 miles long. She remembers thinking that she could never do it, but you were there and you helped her believe in herself. As a teammate, you are encouraging and welcoming. As an athlete, you are extremely determined. Val says, no matter what is blocking your way, nothing stops you. And she has never seen someone get back up as many times as you and keep moving forward. She says, never lose your spirit. To you both, you will be truly missed. P.S. Quit lax, run track. Next, I'd like to call up Victoria Stasio and Sarah Corey. What I find interesting about both of these bright, upstanding young women is that each thinks the other has been around that track a few times and that it's just not going to happen like that. Each girl believes the other is bananas. That's B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Again, that's bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Sarah and Victoria share a passion for being themselves, regardless of what others like, and a love for Gwen Stefani's song Holla Back Girl. They both feel that the memories they will hold on to most are the ones of them dancing and jamming out to this fine tune that promotes feminine strength on the bus and at meets. Sarah, Victoria wants you to know that you were the one person that could always make her smile during warm-ups. She loves your carefree nature at meets and admires how you have always persevered as a runner on this team. Keep blasting the songs you love and keeping the people loose around you. And Victoria, Sarah admires and loves how hard you worked to keep this team organized throughout the season. She will never forget how worth it was to just be yourselves, even if people gave you weird looks for doing so. Ladies, keep working hard through life, but remember to have a little fun while doing so. It really will be what you remember most about your past. Next, I'd like to bring up Alyssa Marino and Amanda Doris. These two young ladies always pushed each other to keep going. Your teammates shared memories that I feel you should hear. Alyssa, E-Butt wants you to know that she will never forget what happened on the starting line at Fairfield Ludlow 2 years ago. That's really all she said, so I hope it was appropriate. Oddly, I, as a coach, had a memory at Fairfield Ward that same year. Never with more frequency as an athlete I coached occupied single-occupancy men's rooms more than you. On at least 2 occasions, one being Ward, do I remember being in a line outside the restroom only to watch you emerge. Seriously though, I will not forget your senior night race. You have a drive to never give up. Oh yeah, Mimi says thanks for stretching next to her all year, for always pushing her over during stretching, and for stealing her last name and pronouncing it wrong. Amanda, Alyssa wants to thank you for always pushing her during races and practices. What I, your coach, respect about you most is how you took a chance on something new during your senior year and came out here and worked hard to accomplish your goals. I hope you look back on this as a success and know that you achieved more than you thought you could. Congrats to you both. Next, let's bring up Kate Romanchik and Sophia Hopwood. One thing your teammates noticed about you two was how much you fed off each other. Both of you contributed equally to the other's success, whether it was getting hyped before a race or staying loose on the bus. You both have been lightning rods for this team. Kate, Hop wants you to know that you make a pretty great porpoise. Also, in Hop's words, everyone needs to know that Kate is not just a sick runner, but also an amazing and thoughtful person. As much as her pre-race course analysis stressed me out, I appreciated them every race. You are the reason why I joined XC. You did say it would be fun, which wasn't the complete truth, but you did make me love running. Keep being the life of the party. Just work on being on time, for once. Hop. Apparently you eat dirt. In Kate's words, I am so happy I became close to you this season. I love how weird you are, because this is something I can participate in, weirdness. And I admire that about you, and thank you for telling me that it would only take one punch to break Maggie, but several to break me. Best compliment I ever got. Seriously though, Hop, you are such a hard worker. You push yourself and never complain. I know this because we lift together, dive in together, run together, dance on the bus together, eat lunch together, basically everything. I can't find the words to express how lucky I am to have become so close with you. You're not just a great teammate, you're like family. Congrats to you both on a great season and career. Next, let's bring up Molly Malloy and Alexia Iskari. I have to discuss each of these young ladies individually in conjunction with what they each had to say about each other, because there are a few important things that I want each of them to know from my point of view as well. Alexia, I want you to know that it always gave me, your coach, great pride to see you go out there and challenge yourself. I am proud of the runner you are, but most proud of the teammate you were. You are caring, not just for your teammates, but for your coaches. You always had a way of coming and talking to me at the right moment for me. Timing is everything in life. Remember to keep your head up and heart high. Molly wants you to know that you always had a way of having a smile on your face. It was super cool and super thoughtful of you to always make personalized ribbons for each girl on the team. This really contributed to the togetherness of the team. Thank you for being genuine and, most importantly, nice. Molly, as your coach, you blew me away this year. I cannot believe how far you came in 1 year. I am so happy to see you finding yourself as a runner. Please remember to focus on the positives from this year. Each race, each step was a big one for you. For now, your name is in the history books of this team. This is a huge accomplishment. Never sell yourself short. Stay motivated to keep going. Alexia wants you to know that you always had a determination that was admirable. You worked hard. You got better. You were a great runner for this team. I admire how great a person you are and how big your improvement was. Good luck, ladies, as you move forward. Next, let's bring up Maddie Cohen and Kaylee Fasoli. As an FYI, brevity does not seem to be something either of these young ladies are into. Each submitted the longest responses, so I'd like to get right into them. They are each very sweet, very funny young ladies who have a good read on each other. So Kaylee, here is what Maddie wrote for you. Kaylee is the sweetest human being on the planet, and I honestly don't know what I would do without her. She always makes me smile and helps me through anything I'm dealing with. I know she's going to do great things after high school because she has an amazing personality and such passion for everything she does. Even if I'm just bummed about something small, Kaylee knows how to make everything better. She's also a great baker and kind enough to make me many treats all the time. She's a generous and caring person who will go to any lengths to make everyone smile and have a positive impact on their lives. We dream of opening a hotel together with a bakery in it to best put our passions for Sheraton and baking together. If I know one thing, and trust me, I don't know much, it's that Kaylee Fasoli can and will do great things for this world, and I can't wait for more people to know Kaylee as a ray of sunshine she is. And Maddie, here's what Kaylee wrote for you. I just want to take this opportunity to thank Maddie Cohen for all she has done for both myself and the team this season. I've never known anyone else in this world who is more supportive and understanding. She constantly makes us all smile with her alpha Jew jokes and swinging keys that get caught in nets, as well as lifts all our spirits with her optimism and endless laughter. She truly is a treasure to get to know, and I'm so very thankful that I've been lucky enough to call her one of my best friends. So thank you so very much, Maddie, for myself and the entire team for always making hard workouts and bad weather not hurt so bad. Your jokes and support have helped make this team an even better place to be part of. I'm so sad to have this be our last cross-country season together, but I'm so very happy that I got the time that I did listening to how much you love to roast people or how much you love shaking your booty to those BBYO boys. Congrats, ladies. All right, next I'd like to bring up Colby and Sophia Sim. Like Kaylee and Maddie, these next two ladies absolutely dealt straight truth, so I'm not going to even brush up what these two said. Colby, Sophia, here is word for word what you had to say about each other. Colby, where do I even start? Colby Laraquente, aka Colbama, is the funniest person I have ever met. To be honest, I don't even remember when and how, but right from the start, she was cracking all kinds of corny jokes. Every day during practice, there was always something to complain about or laugh about together. I will never forget the time she came up with my nickname, Sophia, because I told her how a couple of people have mispronounced my name, and from there, she came up with Sophia, because fea means ugly in Spanish. At first, it was meant to be an insult, but after a while, it turned into a joke. From there, the entire team called me Sophia, and I could hear them yelling it during meets. There are just too many stories that I have about her. So, I'll leave you with this. I just want you all to know that Colby hates hugs, or when people touch her, so it's absolutely hysterical when people bother her with it, because she'll throw a fit. Everybody who knows Colby has a funny memory with her, and the people who don't know her want to be her friend. Sophia. What is there to say about Sophia? 1. She ugly. 2. She dumb. 3. She okay. Just kidding. Sophia is actually a great person. I met her through lacrosse and I then convinced her to do XC. We both bonded over complaining and talking trash about other people. One of my favorite pastimes. We ran nearly every race together, and she was always supportive. Even after each race, she would still say, I think you could have run that faster. Thank God we didn't, because I would have died. She's a committed person, like she still did more XC than some of the girls on the team, even though she had a job. At the end of the day, we always complained about running, like everyone does, but she really did want to do well. Cheers to Sophia and Colbama. All right, last but certainly not least, I'd like to bring up Sara and Kaylee McPartland. I need to be honest and shed the no one are my favorites mentality to conclude this now very long video. I think it is fitting to end with the two young ladies who have meant the most to me throughout their careers on this team. I really hope that they are here tonight and that it isn't E-Butt and Mimi standing in front of you now, because it would take a lot away from what I want to say about them. Kaylee and Sara serve as the managers of this team. I have known them both since they were 10th graders, and admittedly, what has become one of my most favorite 10th grade classes in my 12 years of teaching. On this team, they are on the front line of dealing with my behavior and personality traits. They came to my room every day immediately after school, asked what I needed, which frequently was to sort books, computers, iPads, or deal with my transition from responsible teacher of America's Youth to responsible coach of America's Youth runners. Their importance to this team is often unseen by the athletes. but they have been indispensable in the eyes of their coaches. I want to thank you both for caring about me, this team, and helping to create the culture that so many of these girls associate with THS Girls XC. Okay, Sara, here are Kaylee's words. An absolute blast managing such an amazing sport with my best friend. Whether it is getting Dunkin' or pizza for McCaff, but mostly for ourselves, or waiting at the tree to take attendance after school, Sara is always able to put a smile on my face and make me laugh. The endless trillers and inside jokes are what I live for. Thanks for the amazing memories. And Kaylee, here are Sara's words for you. I'll never forget our endless Dunkin' and Pinocchio pizza runs. I wouldn't want to spend after school putting away Chromebooks or trying to remember everyone's name at practice with anyone else. You're the best at handing out note cards. I really admire that. So here's a shout out to the two best managers in all of the FCX. So in closing, I have 4 more thank yous that I'd like to throw out there. Thank you to our PR and Trumbull Times correspondent, Mrs. Lisa Romanchik. I hope you know that you have had a major role in putting THS XC on the map. Without your hard work and great photography, very few of our personal and team accomplishments would have gone noticed by the community. You deserve a round of applause for all you have done for this team. Thank you very much. Now, all I want to know is who's going to step up next. Seriously, email me. Thank you to Coach McLaughlin. Through our years together, we have built a program that our athletes are proud of, that their parents are happy to be a part of, that has helped to create a middle school feeder program that gives back to the community, that strives for excellence and is welcoming to anyone who wants to challenge themselves. Thank you for stepping up this year and going above and beyond. I can't imagine this team without you, and so many of our athletes feel the same way. Let's give him the round of applause he deserves. Thank you to all the parents and guardians that came out tonight and at our meets to support these girls. Even though you only get to yell frantically for less than 5 seconds, your support has contributed to who these ladies are as athletes. Thank you to all of you who have emailed or messaged me to tell me that your thoughts and prayers are with my family. I see why your girls are so invested in this program and this community. It's because you are all plugged in. Thank you for modeling the behavior I will need as I continue to grow as a parent. Lastly, I promise, thank you again to the 2016 THS Girls XC team. We broke school records, qualified for Opens, went to New England's, produced a state champ, challenged ourselves, set personal goals, accomplished PRs, smiled, laughed, had fun, but most importantly, we were there for each other. And that is what it's all about. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of the night.